Yo, Closet, what's up? You off camera winning screwball, you? I had to do a double take at your ticket because that $17 threw me for a loop. Big D, what's up? Trash or Treasure, how you doing? I had 3 big limbs cut out of a tree in my front yard, and it made one heck of a mess, so I gathered up some of the dead stuff and brought down here to burn. But my front yard is still trashed. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. Hey Doc, what's going on? Yeah, the fires are kind of relaxing. This one's a little higher than normal. We have a lot of dead sticks in there. I got a whole bunch more dead sticks out by my firewood pile to throw on here before the night's over. And then a whole ton to clean up in the yard tomorrow. It's not fun. Hey Megan, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Oh, Mary G's probably lurking somewhere. I'm telling you what, those flames are a little warm on my knees. So Group 2 filled up really quick. Group 1 still has rollover to take care of. You know, me being new to this group pull ticket stuff, I don't do a whole lot of thinking through. I probably should have continued out Group 1 until we saw what we'd done before I started a Group 2. But what had happened was when I started Group 1, I had so many people want in that I had to start a second group. And then it ended up with 3 spots left, which after I posted tonight's video, that filled up really, really fast. Oh, Closet Scratcher, you didn't have to do that. Could have been a couple more zeros after that decimal, but hey, you know, sweetheart, thank you so much. Love you, girl, love you. Thank you for that. You know I'm teasing you, sweetheart, for crying out loud. I don't expect it. I know you just had to give that button a test run, didn't you? I appreciate it so much. So like I was saying, I should have waited until we got Group 1 all taken care of before I opened up a Group 2. But what happened, and Closet can attest to this, I really didn't think we was going to win that kind of money in Group 1. $100 in one week and then $200 last night. I mean, for crying out loud, that really threw me for a loop. So I'm thinking I might make a executive decision for Group 1 after this week's over with, or maybe even over the weekend. I know I'm going to do it for the lunch stream, but I will buy 2 separate stacks of tickets. I'll use our $220 and I'll get 2 separate stacks of tickets, and I will do 2 tickets a day on our lunch stream for our group and see how we roll from there. Because once this all mellows out, I'm going to learn I'm not starting any other groups until I get one group taken care of. Otherwise, I'm going to be jumbling like a circus clown, and I'm going to get confused. But I still have everything wrote down on paper so I know who's getting what. DS Scratchers, Bobby or Chris or both, how you doing tonight? We got a little flame action going on here. A circus hobbit. That would be me, the circus hobbit. And I just hope in Group 2, Megan, that we can get a nice big win like that as well. That would be wonderful. Oh, now, guys, come on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. DS Scratchers, you didn't have to do that. I don't know if any of you guys ever been to Blood X's channel before, when he's doing his grow channel and somebody throws him a super chat. I'm not stealing this from him, but I'm going to borrow it. You didn't have to do it, but you did. You didn't have to do it, but you did. Thank you for that super chat. That's so awesome to see that. It's like I got a part-time job now. Build fires and turn on YouTube. I better be able to start retiring from my day job. You remember Blood X saying that? You didn't have to do it, but you did. Blood X, if you happen to watch this, I'm not stealing your line. I was just borrowing it from you. All right, I got to prop the phone in the holder here for a minute and go get some more sticks while I have a lot of flame action going there. Be right back. That's a little bright. That's a little bright. That's how we liven things up. Hey, Disa Wolf, how you doing, girl? Thanks for stopping in. Janine, how are you? Janine, we had 3 big limbs cut down out of a tree in my front yard, and it was just so full of dead branches. And what I'm burning tonight is just not even a fraction of the crap that's laying in my front yard right now. What? It's just those dead branches that I had stacked up. Well, it's because what you're hearing is the green twigs burning. The crackling is the heat drying out the green. Well, so glad you made it in, Disa Wolf. Janine, we got schniked in our group with Digitonic 1. What a bummer. I was hoping he was going to find us $1,000. Disa Wolf, I liked your unboxing video that you did the other day with all those goodies you got. I was expecting him to send you a tub of ice cream in the unboxing too. I was waiting for that. I was waiting on the Rocky Road ice cream. Ha! Yeah, that's some serious flame action going on right there, guys. If you can look closely at the fire ring, you can see the fire ring is surrounded by on the outside with flames as well as the inside. Ha! That's why grass rarely ever grows around my fire ring, because I get fires like this throughout the year. I'll sit back in the chair and hold this. It's going to start overheating again anyway, it always does. Disa Wolf, you must be a night owl. Busted your concrete ring. That's a hot fire. BG, what is going on? BG, I had 3 huge limbs cut out of a tree in my yard today. And this isn't even a fraction of the stuff that I have to burn up. My neighbor back there where you see all those lights, he actually brought up his little bobcat and a chainsaw and a chain and cut the limbs down and drugged them down, cut up the logs for me. And he hauled off the brush down to the bottom of my property, and he's just going to cut up what firewood he can get and then light it. Yeah, it was really nice. It was unexpected because what had happened 4 days ago, we had a bad thunderstorm roll through here, and it snapped one of those branches in half, and it was just dangling in the tree, and the tops of it was touching the ground. So I just left it there because I don't have a chainsaw. I was going to wait and get a hold of somebody, and he showed up today while I was at work and asked Mrs. Surf if he wanted him to cut that down, and she's like, sure. So he took down 2 of the 3. And I got home and I called him up and thanked him and asked him if he wouldn't mind cutting up the 3rd one. And here he come up a little bit later and cut the 3rd one down. So it was really nice. Yeah, and he's going to let me hunt back there. He said I could hunt back there, which I don't need to hunt back there. I'll be hunting to the neighbor's property beside his, behind us. But nonetheless, it's nice that he offered. BG, work is overrated. Saturday work is overrated. I doggone, it's the first Saturday I had to work this entire year, 2019. Not a big fan of working. It's overtime, it's big money, but when you're accustomed to not working every Saturday, you know, Monday through Friday work is kind of sometimes a necessity, but Saturday work is definitely overrated. Closet. And not everybody can go to work in their pajamas and their unicorns like you do. I mean, I suppose I could give it a try, but I'd probably get laughed at. Janine. Yeah, you're right. It is, period. I didn't bring the extension cord out. I didn't bring the phone holder. This won't be a really, really long live. I'm at 59%. The phone will probably overheat and cut you guys out anyway, like it did the last time we tried to fire chat. TCS always needs a nap. I needed a nap today. I took a nap when I come home. I fell asleep in the recliner out on the porch, and I kept snoring and waking myself up. So I had to go back and lay down on my bed. I'm so lazy, I don't even feel like getting up and throwing those limbs back in there. We had pizza for supper tonight. It was my turn to cook. Oh, you had your birthday party up at a nursing home today, Closet? Happy birthday. Yeah, we know all about the Boo Boo Bus career, Disa Wolf. We got the DS Scratchers that have the same job. They fill us in on how hard it is. They sit there and scratch lottery tickets and win big money off camera. You forgot the heart, Closet. Oh, there it is. It went underneath. Ooh, the purple heart tonight. I'm partial to the blue heart. FYVM, blue heart. BG, was you asking if the pizza was good? Yeah, the pizza was good. The pizza's always good. Well, not all pizzas are good. Some frozen pizzas aren't so good. All right, I got to go throw some sticks in there. You have 4 stations close by? Janine, you don't have to say happy birthday to TCS. She already knows it's her birthday. Oh, she's having twins too? Wow. This is too much like work. It's too much like work tending a fire tonight. I'm tired. I'm not used to getting out of bed at 4 a.m. in the morning. Cobwebs and drier than the Sahara Desert. Ooh. Marilyn Mitchell, how you doing? Welcome to Fire Chat Saturday night. Whole lot of nothing's going on. Sitting here looking at the flames. I had 3 limbs, big limbs, cut out of a tree in my front yard today. So I got a big mess in the front yard, and what I'm burning tonight is just a fraction of the mess I got to clean up. Still no Mary G. I'm going to have to send her a message, get her booty over here. If it buffers, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Send her a message. Hopefully she'll make it. CP must still be at the grocery store. It must have been a big, long list of groceries. I think BG likes the Browns. He's going to convert over this year. Oh, she's milking the cow to get her gallon of milk. Come on, BG. You know you'll jump the fence and come to the light side of the force. Hey, Jackie. You took the Brown to the Super Bowl closet? JG has got great taste, BG. Tell her the Amish man said so. Did Mary G come in the house, or is she still lurking? You guys say hi to people, and I haven't even seen them come into the chat room yet. You'll tell her in the morning? Jackie, I'm doing pretty good. I had to work today. There's Mary G. By special invitation. Mary, group 2 filled up quick. I hope we have as good luck. Yeah, Tigger does not do well coming outside. He turns insanely bat crazy and you can't catch him. He wigs out. Yep, Mark's working the late shift. Mark will be happy to know that I'm dedicating my daily scratch videos to him all next week, Jackie. Ooh. Let's see here. What can we do? What can we do? That looks hot. Don't want to grab that. That looks hot. Don't want to grab that. That looks hot. So we'll put this one right here. Right there. Get that baby burning a little bit. Marine X, what's going on? Kim Siri, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I'll just let that baby burn down. It's really, really hot over there. Oh, she did? Well, that's pretty good, BG. Having a beer and relaxing? I had a pizza, I had a rum and coke, and then I come out here and lit the fire to relax. But it's been an awful lot of work. Getting up, sitting down, getting up, sitting down, throwing the sticks in. I think I'm just going to let it burn down. I'm really not much in the mood, but I did want to get some of this stuff burned up tonight. We're on overtime next week, so Monday morning I got to get up at 4 a.m. again to go into work at 5. Well, Jackie, I got the bottle of rum in the freezer, the bottle of 2-liter of Coke in the fridge. Ooh, a ribeye. Ribeyes are good steaks. Big D, do you like the Cowboys? The Dallas Cowboys? BG's asking. Yes, he is a Cowboys fan, BG. You like them over the Texans? New York strip, ribeye, T-bone, filet mignon, porterhouse. They're all good. Crap mosquitoes are starting to bite my legs already. Closet, you suppose that cow that CP's milking only has one udder straight underneath and has 2 horns on top of its head? It might take her a while to get a bucket. Steelers, come on, Marine, really? You'll have a friend tomorrow, Jackie? Other than Mark? Heavy whipped baby batter. Mary. Hold it in, Mary. Oh, PA is your home? Well, I guess I can't hold that against you then. Other than during the NFL season, I guess we can't be friends. But I won't sit here and brag up the Browns. I'll just let them prove themselves as the weeks go on. 400-pound patient the other day before he had to call the fire department for a lift assist. Holy crap. Wow, that's a big dude, Disa Wolf. DS, you guys ever get any big guys like that you have to pick up where you got to call in lift assists? 508-pounder? Holy crap, that's a lot. That is huge. Yeah, the tickets bring us together, that's for sure, Marine. Jackie, you don't say those words. How can you live in Ohio and be a Steelers fan? Gosh, Jackie, I am so hurt. I am so upset. I'm shedding a tear right now. Knock it off, Marine. She doesn't need any encouragement. John Neighbors, what is going on? Everybody settle down. Ladies and gentlemen, John Neighbors has entered the building. Yeah, go Chiefs. Whoop, whoop. Go Chiefs. Yes, it does. It does remain to be seen. But I can definitely say that things are looking up for the Browns. And I'll leave it at that. But it's nice to see Cleveland to get a winning team back. I've watched Browns football my entire life on Sundays. And one thing will never change, win or lose, I will always continue to watch Browns football on Sundays. It's just what I do. That's right, they're definitely going up. I think that's a little bit over with now, I'm hoping. I'm hoping, Marine. Let's see if I can't get that stick inside the fire to burn up a little more. Disa Wolf, you'll catch yourself getting preoccupied with all the wins you're going to watch on the DS Dirty South's channel. They have winning tickets just like I do here in Ohio, so you're going to be busy watching all their boomers. Right, DS? That's Chris and Bobby sitting there shaking their head. Yeah, it could be that mascot closet. I just figured out why that limb's not burning. It's totally green. And it's too long to get in the fire. I'm not 100% sure, closet, but I think they got like a guy just in he almost looks like a Keebler elf wearing the Cleveland Browns uniform colors. I'll have to find a picture on the internet and send to you what the mascot is, but I think if they had the mascot, that's the guy that it would be. But it's nowhere near like the San Diego chicken or anything like that. You think so, Doc? Well, Mr. Poole, I believe that we are close enough friends in our relationship that I can honestly tell you this. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, buddy. Explosive Phoenix, what's going on? I knew you'd appreciate that, Doc. The Cleveland Browns have had several nicknames over the years. They've had the Cardiac Kids. You got the Dog Pound, the end zone where the fans are at. The Brownies. Could call them the Brown Hole. Uh-oh, she's a Gamecocks fan. I have a first cousin in West Virginia that's a Gamecocks fan. The Dog Pound is nuts. You spelled it wrong, BG. It's D-A-W-G. Dog. The Dog Pound. The Brown Eye Surf. The Cleveland Brown Eye. Tommy Tremonte, what's going on, buddy? The Missouri Tigers. Who do I know that lives in Missouri? That rings a bell. For some reason. Can't quite put my finger on it. Missouri. Who the heck lives in Missouri? Oh, I guess it'll come to me later on. OSU. Janine. OH. I. You missed it, Janine. Yeah. Oops. Oh. I-O. The Florida State Seminoles. They just pay you every 2 weeks. Well, of course Bobby's an LSU fan. Now, Disa Wolf, how can somebody with such a pretty Southern Belle draw accent as you not like Georgia? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go to Disa Wolf's channel and watch some of her videos and listen to her Southern drawl. It's just the cutest Southern drawl I think I've ever heard. I'm teasing you, Disa Wolf, I know. Yep, Tommy's a Miami fan. He also likes the Dolphins. You guys hear the crickets? They're chirping really, really loud. I can get them. I'm gonna get that stick in there. There, I got the fire. All the sticks in the ring. Scratching the itch, what's up? I didn't say it was going to rain. Not that I'm aware of. Scratching itch, it's not a bad night. Had to work today, come home, had 3 large limbs cut out of a tree in the front yard, so we're burning them up tonight. Burning up some of the trash anyway. I got a mess to clean up. Group 2 filled up so fast. Sorry you didn't get on this one, Scratching Itch, but there will be plenty more groups to come in the future. You will definitely get in on one. Matter of fact, I'll write your name down on at the top of the very next available list whenever we can get to it. Oh, no worries, Scratching Itch. There's going to be plenty of time. Yeah, it will be at least 2 weeks because all next week's is dedicated to Group 2. The following week, we're going to take care of Group 1, which turned into Group 3. And that's going to be a big week for us because I think I'm going to do 2 tickets a day from 2 different strings. Because we got to shoot for 500 or 1,000 before we get PayPal's back. Otherwise, we're just going to keep on keeping on rolling. Tommy, you got a spot in my group number 2. Yeah, closet. BG, you do need to make YouTube videos. You win some nice money. You hit some good prizes on your tickets. Adeline Alpacas. Let's hope we get the big winner this week. $500 or $1,000 is what we're shooting for. We got 5 tickets to do it in. Mosquitoes, come on, mosquitoes. Anything could happen. I mean, last week just proved that I wasn't expecting to hit 100 on Monday, get another 20 during the week, and then do a rollover and hit a 200. I mean, seriously. That was like amazeballs. I've heard somebody say that before. DS. Yeah, we had a pizza tonight. Alpacas, we had some pizza. Oh, Explosive Phoenix. Big D wouldn't give TCS any trouble. Mary G, we're going to do it this week. We're not settling for $100 or 200. We're shooting for 500 or 1,000. Yes, American Restoration, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. The crickets are chirping wonderfully. Alpacas, these cold, cooler nights and the chilly mornings are getting me ready for squirrel hunting. About 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I think season opens up. I've not put my trail cams out yet. I know the deer are back there. They're always back there, just not when I'm back there. Yeah, Mary G, it's been a few years since I went squirrel hunting, but I think I'm going to give her a whirl this year, just to get out. Yeah, fall isn't till December. Alpacas, I'm going to have a new way into my tree stand, because the farm that the people that bought the farm directly behind the house, I'm going to get to utilize their property just to go straight down the tree line and step over, and I'll be in it instead of going down the road, down the side road, and all the way back in and running everything out until I get back there. Dominic, what is up? American Restoration, I'm in Ohio. North Central Ohio. I jumped quite a few, but never stopped them from coming into the corn. Well, most of them. I could have shot one last year, but I opted not to. I may not be so lenient this year. I might pull the old ticket. If it's brown, it's down. I've been out of deer burger for a year, so I need to beef up my grinds. Of course, I could shoot a big old 200-pound buck and just grind the whole thing up. No comment on what closet. Your pet deers that you got in your backyard? Yeah, I'm talking about eating them. Oh, you got one of those cameras that sends the pictures right to your phone? That would be freaking awesome. That way you won't have to go back and check the camera all the time. Yeah, Dominic, I got monetized just a couple days ago. So now I'm making YouTube money. I'm going to be able to retire from work. Camera pretty easy to set up, Alpacas. I think that'd be the cat's meow to set that baby back up, and then you just get the pictures on your phone. That way you don't have to go back and check on it. And 119 bucks, that's not a lot to break the wallet either, really. Well, that would be cool. I may have to pop down and give you a visit and check that bad boy out. All right, John Neighbors, thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, 500 compared to 119, that's a big difference. Way too much. I just hope I can keep the raccoons away from my corn this year, because last year I had the raccoon was eating my corn so fast that the deer never even stood a chance to come to my corn pile. Yeah, good luck on keeping the raccoons away. Yeah, I know. It was just ridiculous. I do not hunt raccoons. Alpacas used to. He might even still go out and run his dogs once in a while, but the fur prices are not what they used to be, so therefore a lot of the coon hunters give it up. And they just do it for the sport and the exercise of the dog. That's about it. Mark, what's up? You don't have any dogs anymore? You got rid of them all, Alpacas? Mark, I'll have you know that I'm dedicating my entire week's scratch videos next week to you, buddy. So you'll have to tune in Monday to find out. Yeah, they all got old, didn't they? I mean, I've been out here 14 years, so yeah. 15 years. We've been out here 15 years. 4 to 19 would be 15 years. American Restoration, you can eat all the barbecue raccoon you want. I will pass. Mary G, I didn't know you had any Billy in you. Yeah, you said that the other day. Dixie was right on its tail. What did the fox say? Ring ding 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 ding. What does the fox say? Heidi, Heidi, Heidi ho. Heidi, Heidi, Heidi ho. There you go, DS. Now you have that song stuck in your head for the rest of the night. What does the fox say? You're welcome. Jax likes the possums. It's funny how dogs do that. Just to shut him up. He doesn't even very vocal dog, doesn't he? He knows what. Big D chilled possums is good if you blend them up with your ketchup ice cubes. Across the yarf? Yard? Ain't nothing greasier than raccoons, I'm sorry. Skin a raccoon, you got grease all over the place. It's terrible. Never skinned a possum. Have no desire to skin a possum. How do you cook what, Mary? The possum or the raccoon? Oh, it's how you cook it. Oh. Well, it's not how I would cook it, because the only way I would cook a possum or a raccoon would be to go get a nice, sappy piece of pine wood about 1 inch thick, lay the possum and the raccoon on top of the sappy pine wood, set it down inside your baking dish, and as it starts to cook at about, I'd say 350 to 375, as it starts cooking and all the juices starts dripping down, start ladling that sappy pine wood juice on top of the possum in the oven, and do that for about an hour to an hour and a half. When it finally gets all pink and tender in the middle, pull it out of the oven. You got to let it rest. You always got to let your meat rest for about 15-20 minutes. But after it's all done resting, throw the possum away and eat the pine wood. That's about as good as it's going to get. It's only preseason, BG. Preseason doesn't mean anything. You know that as well as I do. The Chiefs could be killing the Bengals, but if you put the first stringers in there, it might be a totally different ball game. You just never know. Janine, the cows that I eat come from McDonald's. Absolutely not, Phoenix. The Browns are not going to be bad. The Browns were never bad. They were ill represented. They were never bad. But definitely not this year. They are not going to be bad, if that's a phrase you want to use. Mary G, I've seen the whole process. I've been to a slaughterhouse before. I worked in a meat room before. I know the deal. I'll look at that. I saw the picture come in, Alpacas. I'll look at that picture later. Keep your fingers crossed, BG. It might pan out okay. Still preseason, still preseason. Oh gosh, Alpacas, don't get them riled up. Big D's a Cowboys fan. Yeah, chicken factories that's a whole different story. You know, DS, I wish they would, because all you guys have those NFL tickets for your teams you get to play. If the Browns, or if the Ohio Lottery gets some Browns tickets, I would definitely play them just because they say Cleveland Browns on it. Knowing Ohio Lottery, they would be all BFL losers. But yes, I would play them, but I have not heard anything of Ohio Lottery getting Cleveland Browns lottery tickets. I wish they would, though. Closet, you ought to come over here one night when I'm processing a deer from start to finish. You would find it very interesting. Look at how willing DS is wanting to get rid of Louisiana football tickets. We'll swap you with anybody. You take my losing Louisiana lottery tickets. You're definitely getting Saints tickets again this year, DS. Yeah, they probably won't. You're right, BG. We probably won't get them. Now, doesn't Minnesota get the tickets, NFL tickets for the Vikings? Didn't I see MN Treasure Hunter or MN Cash Kitten scratching NFL tickets last year? I thought they did. Yeah, I thought they had them last year. Right or wrong about what, Mark? Yeah, I think if Ohio offered Cleveland Brown tickets, I would buy a book and not scratch them and put them up just for memorabilia. Yeah, I don't know if that would matter or not. You would have to look at some of the other NFL teams, whatever teams had lottery tickets, if there's more than one team in the state. Were there any California NFL teams? Mark, I told you you'll just have to wait till Monday morning to find out what my tickets are. Because if California had just one team with an NFL lottery tickets, they got like 3 or 4 teams out there, don't they? Is it 5? Is it 5 now? And no Florida teams last year. That would be Tampa Bay and Miami and Jacksonville, right? Or no? Is it Jacksonville? Is Jacksonville a Florida team? I think they are. Jacksonville and the Carolina Panthers were the expansion teams that one year. Raiders are going to move to Vegas. Janine, are you saying that at one time, years and years and years ago, we did have NFL lottery tickets? I just think that would be so cool. You try not to remember that far back. I don't blame you, Janine. I don't blame you. Oh. Why do mosquitoes have to be out? Why can't they just be daytime critters and leave the nighttime people alone? My ankles are getting chewed up. Lots of sticks. Lots of sticks. Good enough. Ooh. Get rich or die scratching. What's going on? I don't think we have West Nile here, but nonetheless, getting bit by mosquitoes is terrible. Oh. Getting tired. The sleepies are coming. Oh man, Rich, that's crazy. Glad she's okay. Glad you guys found her. Cowboys and the Browns in the Super Bowl. That very well could happen. Yeah, GPS bracelet. That would be a pretty good idea. And the doors are locked from the inside. American Restoration, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Click that bell. I go live every day, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Lunch Chat with Surf / scratching group tickets. So you don't want to miss that. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm hearing fireworks in the distance. I'm hearing booms off in the distance. North. The northern direction. Now, you don't have to worry about the Patriots this year, Andre. Browns are going to take care of the Patriots. Yeah, very seldom does CP show up at my lunch chat, Explosive. She's still sleeping. She's in another time zone. She's sleeping. No, it's not gunfire. It's definitely fireworks booming. We don't have the gunfire here that you guys do down in Louisiana. You got to go up to Cleveland or Columbus for that. All right, Alpacas, we'll talk to you later. I'll look at that picture. We'll be in touch. Breeze is the goat. Whatever. Night, buddy. I believe there's going to be a new era with Baker Mayfield. Oh, just the drunk rednecks gunfire. Yeah, well, fortunately, BG, good things have to come to an end, and Tom Brady's getting old. So out with the old and in with the new. And when I say new, I mean Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be an exciting year. OBG, we shall see. We shall see, BG. Well, guys, my phone is at 7%, so that means this stream is going to die out. And once it does, I'm going to go in the house, take me a shower, and go to bed. Because I've been up since 4 a.m. and my afternoon nap did not do me any justice. So for some reason, if this thing just freezes up and locks, that means the battery's dead. So at 7%, I'm going to say my goodnights early. We'll just keep continuing this chat until it dies. But thank you, everybody that has stopped in while we're in our last few minutes. Mayflower, whatever, dude. Whatever, Doc. I'm always around Explosive Phoenix. Whether or not I go live or not, it's a different story. Good night until it dies. Parting is always such sweet sorrow until we get on YouTube tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that's not how that goes, but... BG, that wasn't a nice one for Charles. That wasn't a nice one at all. You're right, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. It's like, you know, whenever you go into a public bathroom and there's writing all over the walls, They paint these walls to slow my pen, but the shithouse poet has struck again. Charles, you better not be jinxing my Baker Mayfield, because if he gets hurt the first 3 games, we are so screwed and tattooed. But I think he's got a front line that's going to protect him, so I'm not worried about that too much. Dr. Poole, thanks for stopping in. Oh, Mary G, stop talking about the Broncos. They're out there in Colorado. Leave them out there. Oh, she's dead. Well, tell JG, go Browns. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Hoof, hoof. Denver, Colorado. Where are we at? 4%. 4% until death upon the phone. Well, Mary G, she's probably on her way to Colorado if she's talking like that. The dog pound. DAWG pound. BG, if I stumble across free tickets for a Browns game, you want to go up with me? Big D must have had a bad churro. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. Churro. 2%, guys. 2%. Well, I'm not going to argue with JG on that comment, but I imagine he would be to the young ladies out there. Tell JG Baker just got married. It's going to end soon, guys. We're at 2%. 2%. So when the screen starts spinning black, we will check you all tomorrow. Rub O Reggie. What's that? Janine, good night before we crash out. Good night to all. Still holding at 2%. It'll drop to 1 here real quick. Anybody still in there? It did die real fast. Just crashed out. You guys all still here? Jackpot John, what's up? I was outside at the fire chat and my phone died, so I come in here and plugged it in and resumed to see if anybody was still in the stream or not. I see 5 people, but I'm not sure if they hung around or left. Basically, no need to stick around if nobody's running in the chats. But I'll leave this on for a few minutes. I gotta run in there and get a shower. I'll be back real quick. But those numbers at the top of my screen might not be accurate. Anybody shows up, tell them I'll be right back. Otherwise, peace. Chat still going? Really? You bunch of diehards. You're cracking me up. Ugh. Cracking me up. Big D, I'm right here. All right, Big D, my phone died on me. You like that view of my ceiling? Well, I brought it in and I plugged it in, and I went to YouTube, and it showed my fire chat was still live, but it actually wasn't live until I went up and I hit the camera, and it said resume, and then when I resumed, it looked like there was 3 people in there, but I wasn't sure. So are we here or no? Is this real or is it Memorex? Mary G, when I brought my phone in and plugged it in, you sent me a super chat. Thank you for doing that, but you didn't have to do that. Just like Blood X would say, you didn't have to do it, but you did. And I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. But you guys really need to save, if you want to send super chats, do it during the lunch streams. You know, like when we're doing actual tickets, to make me feel like not so bad. Yeah, we are inside because my phone died. It completely died and cut you guys off. Was I your first super chat donator? Donated person too, Mary? That's so awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're on the charger right now. If I unplug it, I'm only at 15%, so it won't last very long. That's great. So it was funny because I looked at my phone out at the fire, and I pulled the notifications down, and it said 2%, so I thought we had at least 1% to go. Hey, Gambler, what's going on? And at 2%, it completely shut off. You're on charge as well, Jackie? Gambler's in the house. Gambler, you probably going to do a late night chat here in a little bit, aren't you? I'd imagine you usually go on Saturday nights at 11 or 11:30, something like that. It doesn't seem like it should be 11 o'clock already. But I never got the fire lit until it's going after 9 o'clock probably. You're tired? Yeah, it's hard having 2 days off, isn't it? When you didn't have to work on Friday or today. I can relate. Well, I mean, I can't relate because I had to work today, Gambler. Today's the first Saturday of the year that I had to work. I didn't have a choice. They said, Scott, you will be here Saturday morning at 5 o'clock, and I had no choice. First Saturday of the year. All the way till August, and that got mandatoried. Yeah, I know. Burr was right, and it was such a long day, too. But don't get me wrong, I'll take their money. You know, it's not like, you know, I won't. But given the choice, if they had said, Scott, do you want to work Saturday? I'd have said no. And it's not so much the work part of it, it's the getting out of bed at 4 a.m. to be there by 5. Haven't done it all year long, so not a big fan. Jackie, come on down. We'll get you some deer meat this fall. You can go back and help me hunt them. I'll put you in the deer blind with me. That way you can be another extra set of eyes and let me know if you see them coming. Gambler, we need to hit the jackpot so we can have 7 days off a week. Hopefully one of these big boys that I'm getting to play here lately is going to pan out. Gambler, I do hunt right behind my house. My neighbor owns the woods right behind my house, and he gave me permission so I can literally drive my four-wheeler down the road and enter from the back side of the woods, or I could take a walk from right behind my house and walk straight back and get there. But being 48 years old and 250 pounds, I'm not too keen on walking that far, so I like taking the four-wheeler ride. Plus, it's nice if I do get a deer to have the four-wheeler to help bring it out. Oh, no, I'm not in city limits. We've been out in the country for 15 years now. You don't have to do a gun, Jackie. I'll let you use my crossbow. You can get them with the bow and arrow. Nothing wrong with archery only, Jackpot John. I would much prefer to get a deer with a bow and arrow as a gun, for the simple reason that I process my own deer, so I cut them up, and it's a lot less mess on a bow kill than it is for a gun kill. But that's the only reason. Other than that, I'm an equal opportunity deer hunter. I'll shoot them whatever season's in available if I have the means. My prefer is bow, but I will shoot them with a gun or muzzleloader. The worst, absolute worst, is getting one hit on the road by a vehicle, because all that does is just turn all the muscle into jello, and it's just a big old mess. I took one time from a roadkill, and never again would I take another one. I'm getting a picture. Pictures rolling in. That was awful nice of Jax to leave that. Yeah, hopefully my luck changes this year and I can get a deer early in the season. Get the meat back in the freezer, supplied up. And that way I can be selective. Because I definitely want my my deer grinds back in the freezer. Then I want to make some more jerky this year. I got some sticks. I want to make some sticks. Oh, there you go, Jackpot John. Oh, I definitely, don't get me wrong, I love the challenge of archery. I've killed, I don't know how many deer with my compound bow before my shoulder got hurt. Oh, it's probably been going on 6 or 7 years now. I can't draw my compound back anymore. But I don't know how many, several. And once you know you've made that commitment that you're going to kill that deer, your heart's just beating out of your chest, because all the stars and sun and the moon's got to line up right. You got to be able to draw your bow back without the deer seeing you, and yet they're 5, 6, and 7 yards away. Oh yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, I love it. I love it. And there's not much difference in the excitement of a crossbow either, other than you don't have the challenge of just making that little bit of movement to draw your bow back. But everything else is the same. You got to be still. You got to make sure you're holding tight. Just because you're using a crossbow doesn't mean it's a piece of cake. I would never have a problem shooting targets at 80 yards, but I wouldn't want to take a chance on shooting a deer at 80 yards, just because with a live animal, there's so much room for error. It could flinch, and the arrow could stick it in the hip or the neck or something. It would just wound the animal and they'd run off. I prefer my comfort zone to be about 5 to 10 yards or less when I'm shooting a deer with an arrow. I really like to get the up close and personal effect on them. Bow hunting is rewarding. But it also helps if you have a place to go where there's actually deer. I never shot my compound at 100 yards because I never had a pin sighting for it. But I did have a 50-yard pin. Then I would shoot past 50 yards just by guessing the arrow drop. And we'd lob some arrows probably 60, 70 yards into a hay bale. Mr. Grab, what's going on? But I suppose you're down in Texas, so you would be able to have longer ranges of shots like that. But up here in Ohio, where I'm deer hunting at, it's mainly in the woods. So there's no way you would get off a 100-yard shot or an 80-yard shot in the woods on a deer. You know, they literally have to be right on top of you to be able to shoot them. DS, let me tell you, a deer doesn't care. A deer doesn't care what bow you kill it with. They don't care if you go to the Kmart and get a Kmart bow. They don't care if you go out to your local outfitters and spend $2,000 on a bow. A deer won't care which one you kill it with. It's the shooter and knowing how to shoot. The more you practice, the better you get. If you know where your arrow's going every time, it doesn't matter what bow you're using. "50 to 60 yards. You know, I shot my bow religiously, my compound, at 50 yards every night, day in and day out. And I could hold a tight group, a tight pattern. But there's still in the back of my mind, if a deer was at 50 yards, would I really want to shoot it or not? Just because you just don't know what could happen. A flinch or whatever. There's nothing worse. John, I'm sure if you're a bow hunter, this has happened to you before. Every bow hunter has lost a deer that they've shot with an arrow. And you just hate it. You hate that feeling. You hate not getting your deer that you shot. So, and I've lost more than one. It just happens. The blood trail runs out. Hit them in the wrong spot. Hundreds of things can happen. But the rewarding part of deer hunting with a bow and arrow is when you shoot one and you get a double lung and you watch that baby fall down within 40 yards. They just run off and they just flop. And you see them go down in sight. That is the most rewarding part of deer hunting for me, watching them drop. Or if you don't watch them drop, but you can definitely hear them crash, that's almost just as good because you know where they're at. Yeah, accuracy is pretty good. It helps. Oh boy, it's after loving craziness. Mary, if you get a black carp, they'll pay you $100 for one. Man, I might have to come pay you a visit. Are they that scarce or that plentiful? What's the deal on your black carp? Are the black carp in lakes, ponds, rivers? Where are they at? Just overtaking the waters in general. Well, Mary G, aren't you... Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not in the southern part of the state, like by the Ohio River or close to it? Scratching Ohio, what's going on? You've been a little out of action for a while. You basically live on the river. Well, if the black carps are invading your water, what's keeping them out of coming into Ohio? Yeah, this cool weather is awesome. Three minutes? Yeah, you're pretty much down right on the river. Chillicothe. I was there a couple months. Well, yeah, maybe it was a month or so ago. Me and some buddies from work hopped on our motorcycles here, and we traveled south and ended up going through Coshocton. Was it Coshocton or Chillicothe? Maybe it was Chillicothe. There's a big old river in there. There's a Tuscaroras River in Chillicothe. Ah, you're working in Columbus. I got my cities mixed up, I'm sure. Chillicothe would be below Columbus, correct? Between the river and Columbus? I'm pretty sure it is. Mary G., the Wabash River went through Logansport, outside of Logansport, Indiana. And when I was a kid, my aunt and uncle had a camper and a campground, which was right on the Wabash River. And I used to swim in the Wabash River every day as a kid. Swim in it, fish in it, we'd catfish, catch crawdads. And then right downtown, the city of Logansport, is the Eel River. And there, my aunt and uncle's house, their backyard was the Eel River right in the middle of town. Yeah, 44 miles south of Columbus. So I was in Coshocton, not Chillicothe. I still go fishing. I haven't had a lot of time this year to go, but I'll still go fishing. We'll get back up on the lake eventually. That'll be cool if we ever get the boat back up on the water. I'm going to go live while we go perch fishing. I'll turn the camera on live for you guys. Probably not going to happen this year, but look for it maybe next year. I don't know. I'm getting tired of holding this phone. I need to prop it up without falling over. See if this will work, which I don't think it's going to. Nope, not going to work. There, I'll let you look at the ceiling again. I can't even see the chat from the glare. That's not going to work either. Oh, 25%. You don't fish, John? You either like it or you don't, that's for sure. I grew up fishing, so I would know nothing different. In the land far, far and away, Bobby. Yeah. Wasn't there plenty of water down in Louisiana to fish in? Or it's a timing thing. You don't have the time to do it. Oh, it's Chris. I wish you two would just I need you guys to put DS Scratcher / Bobby or DS Scratcher / Chris on your titles when you come into here. Oh, you'll make an account. I've just teased you. Oh. But I think I'm going to wrap this up here. The old eyelids are just starting to get droopy. Nope, I'm getting ready to turn it off now. Thank you very much. Yeah, places like that, Mary, were places where we would go catfishing in Indiana. We'd find where two rivers would meet together, and that some of the best catfishing was right there at the mouth of the one river entering into the other river. So, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this stream up here and get some shut-eye. I'm sure somebody's going to be live tomorrow. Check out what's going on. I can't help it. I'm yawning. And yawning's contagious. So, I'll give you fair warning. Don't look at the phone right now because I'm yawning again. But we're going to wrap this up, guys. We will talk to y'all later. Probably going to have another fire chat coming up soon because I got a lot of stuff to burn. So we will talk to you guys all later. And some of you will probably talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. And we will see you guys later. Everybody, thanks for the super chats. Send them in. Mary, Chris, and Closet. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye, Phoenix. Good night, all.